Yeah. Yeah, I'll share the PPT now. Yeah, we'll refresh our last class things and we'll move to the next session. So good morning once again back here. So in the last class we had discussed the notification and a feedback. So the importance of an notifications of designing an app and how a mobile application, why it should have an notifications and all for any new brands, any new information if you want to give for a user. So how the notifications, how we are going to give a notifications and all that we had discussed in a last class, and how many in what way you are going to give a notifications, how many times you are going to give a notifications without boring the customer, that we had discussed in a last class, and how you are going to take a feedback from the customer about the app ratings and all that we had discussed in a last class. Coming to the next, and then we have discussed the contents and controls also, means how a content should be placed in one particular screen, and then for that contents how a controls you can place, especially how buttons and all you can place, labels and all you can place, how swapping anything if we are going to use and all that we had discussed. And reveal contents, how we had discussed, means how the reveal contents will be there, important contents, how we are going to use a pop-up boxes for that particular information, means in detail if you want to show more button we have discussed in a last class. So then how hierarchical contents you can place in a mobiles, means I have given an example of the home appliances, and from home appliances how you can go for a TVs, and how from TVs you can go for different brands, and then how different companies TVs will be displayed either in Amazon and a Flipkart, that we had discussed, and extendable menus. For this I've given an example of the features and descriptions of one particular mobile. If you want to purchase either in any of the commercial apps, so like Flipkart and Amazon, so how only some 3 to 4 lines will be there, then you, if you click on that, the extendable pans will be open, means extra information will be open in detail, and you can scroll and you can see that particular information also. That also we have discussed in a last class. And then retrieving the screens, so that is home and splash screens, and how attractive your home screen should be there for taking a farmer forum into the consideration. We had discussed how important this particular screen should be there, and how you can attract the customer to a new app seeing a first screen itself. So for this we had discussed what the things you should place for an attractive purpose using a flash things and all, any animations you may need, or different fonts, backgrounds, and setting of that particular thing we had discussed, and how you can put a picture also, that we have discussed in a last class. Now coming to the this particular session, we'll start now with a home screen. And now coming to the home screen, how a home screen should look. Here you can see the home screens, how 2 home screens are there. You can view that particular home screens. Once the front screen will come, and afterwards the things, means your app is loaded, how a home screen should look like. For example, in our farmers forum example, how a home screen will look always, with a username and a password it will look usually, or sign up it will be there, within a background some means farmer with an flowing picture will be there, and it will ask. So then if he enters username and a password, already registered user, it will consider, and we'll move to the model means according to the actors, three actors, what I have told. Our sign up is there, so definitely we'll move to that particular model and we'll start with again from a registration process. So this is our app, what we have planning and we have planned like that. Like that, any home screens, if you see, for example, Flipkart or Amazon, or you can take any of the apps, 1mg, if you open like that there and all, you can see the what of a screen will be there. Usually, home screen will be there. In a home screen, always search bar will be there of that commercial apps. Why? Because a lot of products will be there in Amazon and all, lakhs together, Flipkart, lakhs together products will be there. It will makes you easy to search. That's the one particular. And coming to the next thing, what are the different groups of items are there, like home accessories, sports items, that with small pictures and names, that one particular thing will be there. And the next thing, what will be there in a home screen means what are the discount, main discount and branded things which is there. So that will be displayed, and especially which you viewed more means in a frequent uses and all, which products you have viewed more about that products will be there. This will be the actually home screen. One of the question arises always, why home screen should be like that? Why? The question arises always. Why? Because according to the app, when you take and when you discuss about an Amazon app, if you open that particular app and if you see that the first thing always when you think about a customer in your mind, when you think about a customer, what should be there in a home screen? For me, the in a home screen, first the one panel should be there. In that particular panel, the cart about Amazon, some shortcut keys should be placed, and then how many things are there in a cart and all numbers should be there according to me. Next, search bar should be there. Why these things should be there always? Why? Because in lot of that lacks together products, definitely user will doesn't have a patience to check each and means in one particular hierarchical way going for one particular group and all. It will take a lot of time. So if we goes there and search directly of that particular product, we can display the product directly, which will make him not to be bored. I means he never gets frustrated. So because of that, the search bar plays a very much important role. Name I don't know. For example, if my customer doesn't know the product name, what he wants. He needs some sports items to be purchased. Just like that, without name, he needs some sports items to be purchased. Best example. Now, how we can go? Now, search option will not work. Why? Because if you know some at least half of the name, at least some starting part of a name, if you know, if you type, at least it will display another full name and you can select. But I doesn't know anything. I want to purchase some sports items. That's it. So what sports items you have to purchase? I don't have an idea. Let us see in a sports items one by one, and I will purchase it. This is my now. This is the one customer, and this is the situation. In this situation, definitely now what you need a group wise. So if you doesn't keep group wise here, for example, home appliances, sports items, and then groceries, and then different fashions and dresses and all. When you see, that is the second option which will be given to the user always. Why it is second option always? Yes, definitely. If I know the name directly, I'll search. I want a product, I'll buy. Otherwise, I will go according. Now, if groups are not there, what will be the problem? Searching in all entire things, it will become again bored for an user. So here, hierarchy, what we discussed in our last class, hierarchy will play a very much important role. Then you will go to the sports. And when he clicks on that particular sports items, so which type of sports things you want, either cricket, either badminton, like that, different groups. You can go and again you can so I need some shuttle badminton means bats and cock I need just for a sake. Now assume. So then I will go to that particular group and I will purchase. So this is another one important thing. Now, the third important means the third priority will be given to the just discounts and what's the things he has used frequently and all. Why? This is the third priority which you are going to give. Now, these are the discountings the user doesn't have in his mind, the customer doesn't have in his mind to purchase that product itself. That product itself he never wants to purchase. Then how that should look? For example, today's sales or today's discount sales heading will be there. And if you see that particular products, discount will be highlighted more. I explained you in beginning itself, and that picture, whatever the product picture will be there, that will be highlighted more rather than a price. Sometimes price will not be displayed on that particular first point. So now this is the third priority. Means when user commonly opens a Flipkart and just you want to see that, means without any intention of purchasing and all. So then you will see the discounts. So at that particular moment, you will without any means actually I don't want to purchase that, seeing a discount option, later on I will wish to purchase, maybe customer will wish to purchase that particular product. Now this is about on a home screen. Why I'm telling that, how you are taking customer to navigate into your app or to go into your app and make him to fix to your app. That will be done by your only home screen. So the home screen is where important frequently used features are highlighted, sometimes with branding and advertisements. The home screen layout can comfortably include up to 3 columns. Content may include a logo, connect to a key features, and link to the deeper information. So these things are very much important in a home screen. Coming to the next one, that is loading screen. Now, loading screen. Develop applications to load as quickly as possible to avoid showing the loading screen, but designed to accommodate application limitations. Now, why this loading screen may be needed or may not be needed and all. For this, sometimes you in almost our apps now loading screens will not be there. Means it will take very fastly whatever search item when you type and all, it will takes very fast in some applications, especially in a game applications and all. When you want to move from one level to another level, or when you want to load some any equipments and all, in that particular things, loading screen plays a very much important role rather than in any Flipkart or an Amazon and all. Actually we don't see that type of apps now. Means screens. Now, when this loading thing should be there, for example, in a gaming app, assume I'm moving from one level to another level, second level, downloading should start. Why? Because for a user, everything will be there in a server, starting from only one module or one particular level, it has been installed. When user wants to move from one level to another level, again from server, the data should come and set in that particular game database. Now, at that particular moment, a loading screen will be shown. Why? Question arises again. Loading screen will show the user that if that green mark, whatever is there, it will start filling up. So at that means it's moving very fast, means yeah, it will load very early. User will have a patience and he will keep on seeing that particular green mark. So like that, it will if it moving fast, he will estimate. He never bored on that. So you will think, okay, another 1-2 minutes, it will load, not a problem. But if you doesn't give him the loading screen, and if your streaming will be done, you know that streaming, right? Streaming will be done, and then if you consume my time, definitely user will get bored. So in that particular situation, loading screen from one level to another level, especially my according to in my view, in a gaming applications, this screen will be used more. Coming to the advertising now, advertising is one of the very important thing which will makes your app to earn money, and you will get a profit with that particular thing. Usually two ways is there: advertising your own components, or advertising a third party components, especially in games and all. Advertising will come in between. You may have experienced that when moving from one important one task to another task, definitely, or one level to another level, definitely one advertisement will be there in between. So even though if you press a back button, you can't come out from that advertisement at least 8 to 9 seconds. Even though the customer will not be bored. Why? Because his mind is will be there on that particular game. Just his mind will be there to move from one level to another level. So in between, you will see this particular advertisement that you keep in your mind. Coming to the next things, if we on that day when we have sound the 1mg app, especially pharmaceutical app, there also medicine wise you can search, or lab test wise you can search, or you can upload your prescription, and according to the prescription you can buy your medicines and all. In between, we have seen the advertisement frame, means one particular panel or on a frame which seen where swapping has been given there. So once the user finds his medicine and all, that's a highlighted one. He will have a look on that particular things. If he impresses, then he will take that particular thing. Maybe you may think first time user will not see, second time, third time, like that. One or the other moment, definitely user will be attracted towards the advertisements. That's why in TVs or wherever you see, advertisements are playing a very much important role. Now we'll go in depth of this advertising. You can see project stakeholders need to pay the bills, and advertising can certainly help. But application creators must find a balance of attention and integration to avoid two common mistakes, too obvious. Advertising, just a minute, my laptop is coming down. Power is not there. 1 minute. Yeah. So coming to the things. So how much advertisements we will do? Users shouldn't forget our basic app. This you have to keep in your mind. And user should give a first preferences to our app only, and advertisements will always be in a secondary part for us. Even though advertisements will earn you the money, you can't make the app only for advertisements. So no one will view that particular advertisements. If advertisements becomes very more, user will become bored and he never uses your app. So that also balancing thing also you should keep in your mind. Advertising and advertising that is confused for the application content. Next, advertising styles and guidelines will vary across platforms, but advertisements must generally, what general things should be there, be clearly differentiated from the application content. This is very much important. What actually your application and what is the advertisement, there should be a differentiation. Otherwise, user will get confused which is the application and which is advertisement. So you should be very clear on this particular aspects when you are telling a user. So what actually my app is, for example, 1mg app, what actually my app is. I'm there here to provide you a pharmaceutical or a medical things to you. what medicine, lab tests, and other whatever lab things you need. So everything will be given to you. This is a basic thing which will be there. So what advertisements you are going to give? For example, about an BP digital machine they want to give, or sugar finding digital machine, sugar level finding digital machine they want to give the advertisements and all. But these basic concepts, that is searching a medicine, searching a different labs to come and take means for a lab test and all, these are the basic things. They never give advertisement on this particular things. This is very much important. Why? Because their app is that one. If you open that 1mg app and if you see, definitely that advertisements will not be there. For example, I will take that particular this one app. I will open, just a minute. Yeah. See, I opened a 1mg app. If you are having with your mobiles, you can open this. See, first, when I will open a particular app, hospital grade quality oxygen concentrator available. The first one splash screen has been came to me, and home screen is at a background. Now I'm not interested. Why this advertisement came at first in one flash? You know the today's situation, how an oxygen concentrator and oxygen need is there in this particular pandemic. Everyone facing a problem with this particular thing. Assume a person who is suffering from a COVID 19 and all, he wants some medicine where he can't go out from a home. Definitely, he will use this type of an app. See how they will do the businesses. How the situation is there now. You can, as a designer, you must think that particular thing. Now, usually, when I opened, when beginning of this particular model, when I opened a 1mg, this advertisement is not there. Now when I'm opening this particular app, now this advertisement is there. Now you can see how the updations they are doing to their particular app. Why they are doing this particular updation? Why? Because now now at this particular situation, they know that what is the need of an oxygen, and in many hospitals oxygen is not available and scarcity of oxygen is there. So because of that, they are advertising this particular machine and they're taking advantage of that, and they want to make their business. So this is a one thing. So I'm not interested. Just I'll close this. Now you can see again this particular home screen here. Now when you are seeing a home screen, as I told you that the search thing, which is very much important, it is there, and you can see the related of that particular app is there here only. That is medicines is there, lab tests is there, ask a doctor any doctor things you means consulting you want, it is there, and health products, anything you want, it is there. And you can see the advertisements below and above what is there. Limited period offer, discounts, as I told you that. So what is this? Actually, this is an offer which is given to some particular products, and it is of just 29 rupees. They are telling each product. So, and you can see the below how the advertisements they are going to give. Up to 50% is off for a lab test, and oxygen, whatever that oxygen concentrate machines are there, that is there. And consult expert doctors, that is one of the another advertisement they are giving. And how this thing is keep on scrolling here. So now you observe this particular app design features. They are not missing their contents. Advertisement is here at this particular stage, which will automatically keep on swapping. So first what I will see, I will work with my things as a customer. So I will search, I'll order it. Later on, I will have a view on this particular thing. So in this way, the advertising will differentiate the application content and the advertising things. Remain yeah, obtrusive to the application features. So it shouldn't be abstract to your application. Means it shouldn't make your application dominate the advertisements, and you shouldn't make your advertisement. Your app should be damaged by the advertisement. Be actionable and allow user interaction. Be legible. Use consistent styles and layout throughout the application screens. Then only you can add an advertisement. Coming to the next thing. Note, avoid the animated advertisements which distract from primary tasks and information. Note down this. This is a point which is not there in a textbook. According to my survey, what I have did and all, if you see wherever, if you see the advertisements and all in any apps, almost all animated things you should avoid. You shouldn't dominate the primary task of yours. Content structure and usage. So how a content structure should be there and how the usage of the content should be presented to the users. Mobile application users are there to consume, produce and share the content. So what for this mobile users are there? They will consume first the whatever the information you are going to give, produce from that and share that particular content. Always user will be like that. How? For example, assume the user, I will give you one particular example. For example, one of my friend, he will wear a nice dress, and I will ask you, yeah, nice dress. From where you have purchased? From Amazon, I have purchased this particular dress. So that's share of a content. Now, for example, how he means first he has ordered that particular dress, and after ordering that particular dress, he has been satisfied, produced from that. He will wear that particular dress. After wearing that particular dress, he will tell about that particular dress to others. So this is the nature of any mobile users. Always they will consume the information, they will produce from that, they will get a benefit from that, and again they don't keep silently on that. They will share the information. This is one of the very much important concept. As a designers, we should know about that. Why? Because the content will be shared among others. So how we should make the customer satisfaction here to the up to the mark, that is very much. Users need to quickly locate and effectively use the information. Yes, this is damn very much important. Now imagine in Amazon some crores together. I can say like this very clearly. More than 2 crores users are there, and many, I can say crores together, even a lakhs together. If you consider the items are there of a different categories, then I will ask you a question: how the Amazon server, app server, will identify one particular person? He is a person he viewed frequently this item very well. Today discount is there. We'll give a notification to him. Imagine the database size of 2 crores members, and how 2 crores members they will use oftenly these screws together items, whatever is there. Then how frequently we should track that particular persons, and you should track each and every transactions. Why? Because it's related with the money. So then how the designing of that particular app will be there, and how important the designer's role in that particular app, you can imagine. So then the users need to quickly locate and effectively use it information. I want about this particular product. I shouldn't be bored. Within 1 minute, I want. Otherwise, I'll go to Flipkart. If Flipkart is not provided, I'll go to another one. Sharpcliffs, I'll go like that. So never any rare things also will be provided with this particular type of an apps, and which will brings to our doorsteps. So that importance is there. You believe or not, when I will search for cow dung or gomutra, if I search, definitely I will get some things in that, which is a rare product. Am I right? Which is a very rare product. See, when I will go to now Amazon, assume I want a product now of Godang or a Gomutra for a festival is there due to some culture of our Hindus. We need that thing definitely. So how I can purchase that particular thing. See, now I will open this Amazon app. Just I'm opening Amazon app. Everyone having with you, you can also open that Amazon app. And in a search bar, directly I go assume I'm a user now. I'm searching cow, uh, cow dung. Right. You can see the pictures here, cow dung. Right. Amazon is selling that also. Very clearly, I'm telling you. You see the pictures there, right? Home soy cow dung cake, Foresic organic 100% pure cow dung cake for Avan Kund, means Homa Kund and all. Set of 5 pieces, 189. See how the business is going on and how sharp they should be. Just I put us in a search bar. Now when I typed cow itself in a search bar, see, when I typed a cow itself in a search bar, cow ghee, cow dung, how the things is came here. Now I want a gomutra, for example. See, Gomutra in health and personal care, Gomutra, Patanjali. So you can see how these things are relating. So I will select a Gomutra here. See, yeah, it's coming from 180 rupees, 260 rupees, 650 rupees. They are earning the money. What else you want? What else you want? You can type. In one time, and definitely I think mango leaves, that and all. Yeah, that also I think you will get for a festival things and all, where you will think that it will not be sold. So everything will come to your doorsteps. Then imagine how quickly I located the product in Amazon. So how fast the search engine in Amazon is. Same thing in a Flipkart also. So you think about as a designer, it's not like only making one app, putting some labels, putting some text boxes, and making the some particular app. No, that is the difference between the person who will learn app developing online and the person who is doing a MCA. That is the differences here. So in MCA, as a developer, as a designer, how you should think in a master degree student, how you should think as a professional designer, that is a difference is there. So how you are making the search bar background work, what technology in a search engine you are using, and either deep learning concepts you are applying there or not, either AI things you are applying there, any AI algorithms you are applying. So like that is there a real thing which will makes you as a good app designer. Then page layouts must therefore reflect the mental models that user will understand, especially page layouts. How you can attract the particular persons. So what's the layouts and what's the background of screen should be there and all. Two colory means hard colors if you are going to use like red, blue, dark blue and all. I think it will make somewhat um, means not attractive to the customers. You see any of our apps what I have opened now and all, they are using a background light colors. Almost all light colors will be there, and the pictures will be highlighted more. Icon pictures will be highlighted more rather than the background colors. So label key elements to make it clear where users are in a context of where they can go, as well as how to complete the current process. This is very much important. Don't make the user to stop in between the process. This is very, very important. And don't make him too confused. Just move in a voice. For example, now in a Amazon, what I did, I searched the go down. Yes, search different options came to me. I'll select one. So if I select 190 rupees one, then automatically order will be there. Then I will go and for example, I will put in a cart, or I will go to the ordering directly. If I assume I will put in a cart, I want to see other products also of same cow dung. So I will go still down and I will check 4 5 products. I will put in a cart. Then I will go to the cart. Which one is suitable for me? I will see and I will select and I will order it. But nowhere it should stop you while putting it to the cart, while going to the cart, and while again deleting from the cart, making a single product in a cart, and then ordering a cart, going to the third party bank connection if you are going for a payment and all, coming back to the app. Everything should be in a complete process. If you make anything break in between, so again it will be bored to the customer. So that you have to keep in your mind. Then, these content titles should always be horizontal and set apart with a different background or surrounding boxes. Yes, always content title should be in a horizontal only. Usually it will be in a horizontal. Wherever you will see horizontal names, horizontal. Why is the nature of a user that always he will read in a horizontal way? Very simple. Always you will read from left, almost all from left to right. In a rare cases, when you are developing an app for an West Arabic countries like that, then definitely from right to left it should be. Means it depends. It depends on the what app you are doing and for which area, which user you are doing most commonly. So from usually, always how the names will be there. So it will be in horizontal, left to right it will be there. Always name will be highlighted rather than any background. And always there should be a different between a background and a foreground font, where user can only see first background and the foreground font. Be sure to maintain a consistent capitalization using either sentence or title case throughout all headers. Yes, so you should make a capitalization how you are making maintain. Yes, this is my app. My app will, whatever screen you will go, one common thing will be there. It's always related to one objective or one thing. So whatever titles and whatever captions you are saying here, always it's related to one thing. For example, 1mg app, whatever you will see in that 1mg app, always it's related to the medical things. Not any other things is there. Observe when I have shown you that also even advertisements are from a medical side. So that means that 1mg is meant for only a medical thing. If in that medical thing, assume for example, you will give advertisements of some MP3 songs. No, that's not at all related. Am I right? Definitely user will think, hey, who is this foolish person? So definitely, always when you are doing one particular app, which the thing you are doing means what is your objective, and even advertisements, whatever is their surroundings, everything should be covered. Capitalization of that particular objective is very much needed. Titles can include icons. We must be in this situation of apps and all, titles must have an icons, but these should be descriptive of the content and not needlessly redundant or vague. 100%. See, it should be always whatever icon you are putting for that particular name or a title, it should be related to that. Vegetables means vegetables only should be there. You can't put a fruit icon there. Fruits means only fruits should be there. So, for example, fish items. So, only some fishes you should display, not any other things you can place there. So, home appliances, what you have to place? TV, the one refrigerator, small refrigerator, something like that. One, two or three things you have to place. Not only TV. If you place only TV, if you tell home appliances, not suitable. 100% it's not suitable. If you tell groceries, you will give only one item. Observing whichever, either you go to Flipkart, either you go to Amazon, whichever commercial apps you go, whatever I am telling, the icon will be there. Home appliances, if you see, it's a combination picture only. It will be there always. Why? Because in that many things are there. Not only TV is there. So like that, selecting an icon itself is very much important. Structured template designs are valuable to a great user experience when people can predict which information will appear on what screen. Users can more easily manipulate and navigate through the mobile screens. Yes, this is it should be always structured, related to one to another. The information what user sees first, the next thing maybe this one. So what actually, first I will say the discount of a product. Yeah, discount of a product is so and so. Yeah, very good product. Then I will click on that. The cost of the product is so and so. After discount, this is so and so. The next part. Why? Because user is expecting that you not displayed the cost in beginning. You have put only the icon of that particular picture and you are told 80% discount for this particular product. So he will click on that. The cost of the product is, for example, you can't tell 5,000 rupees. In a market, assume if it is 500 rupees, you can't tell 5,000 rupees. Even though if you give 80% discount, it will comes to the same rate almost all. So you can't fool the customers. So always the nature of the customer is he will compare with other things. So it should be relevant things. How the cost, this plays another role. So you will observe the cost and okay, satisfied. Yes, I am satisfied. In market it is same of 500, but here I am getting a 50% discount, 250 rupees. In market it is 500, now 600, 300 rupees I am getting. Yeah, yet I am benefited with that. So again, you will go and you will order that particular product. So this is structured thing, one by one by one by one. The user will expect that. Once he will satisfies that, he will click on proceed. Now what next? The user is customer is expecting the payment options. How easy you can make a payment option to him. Nowadays, you know that how the wallet apps are there. Not only going for a net banking or card details, enter card details, a tick work, enter card details, all the card details will take, and everything he has to enter clearly, then afterwards processing. So if you give a save option for later use, maybe user will satisfy. Usually these things will be there in today's almost all apps. Better thing is why can't we go for a wallet app? So phone pay, something like that is this, select to do your work. Now this is faster than entering a card details and all. So that things one by one. What next I will expect? So once all the process order has been done, I will expect the receipt. Yes, your order has been successfully placed and you are going to get a product in so then okay, my order is done. How can track my order? So there's a next option. So one by one, it should be structured. You can't mix. You can't place one here and one there. So that is another one important thing. So information structure, when you go in depth of that, we'll discuss that in a next coming class. So how information structure should be there and what is a typography, how that things, plain languages and all. Almost all after this, only understanding mobile platforms is the last topic. So we'll complete the model within another 2 hours, maybe, right? I'll stop now. Now the session is opened up for questions. Any queries is there? You can ask me. Any queries is there? Quick. Any queries is there? Answer the attendance. Naga?
Yes, sir.
Present. Present. Abhilash?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Akrut? Akrut? Akrut absent, huh? Yes. Anusha?
Yes, sir.
Ravin?
Present, sir.
Arifullah?
Yes, sir.
Benaka?
Present, sir.
Banu Prakash?
Yes, sir.
Bhargav?
Yes, sir.
Rahmatullah?
Sir, you put in chat box, sir.
Okay. Chaitra?
Present, sir.
Chandana?
Present, sir.
ಯಾಕೆ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಹಂಗಿದೆ ಇಬ್ಬರದು? ಚಂದನ
ಸರ್
ಮಲಗಿದ್ಯಮ್ಮ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಮತ್ತೆ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಏನೋ ಒಂಥರ ಇದೆ.
ಸರ್ ಥ್ರೋಟ್ ಹಂಗೆ.
ಹೌದಾ? ಚರಣ್ ಹುಷಾರಮ್ಮ. ಚರಣ್?
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
ಚರಣ್? ಚರಣ್? ಇಲ್ಲ. ದರ್ಶನ್?
Present, sir.
ದೀಕ್ಷಾ?
Present, sir.
ದಾಕ್ಷಾಯಿಣಿ?
Present, sir.
ಕಿಶಾನ್?
Present, sir.
ಹರ್ಷಿತ್?
ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್.
ಯಾಕೋ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ ನೀನು? ಎಷ್ಟು 3 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ? ಹೇಳೋ ಹರ್ಷಿತ್.
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಇವಾಗಿನ.
ಹುಷಾರಲ್ಲಿಲ್ವಾ? ಹುಷಾರಪ್ಪ, ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರು.
ಹಾಂ ಸರ್.
ಹಾ. ಹೇಮಲತಾ?
Present, sir.
ಉಮಾ? ಉಮಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಜಯಂತ್?
Present, sir.
ಆ, ದಿವ್ಯಾ?
Yes, sir.
ಕೌಶಿಕ್?
Present, sir.
ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ?
Present, sir.
ಲಾವಣ್ಯ? ಲಾವಣ್ಯ?
She is also present, sir. Mic issue.
ಓಕೆ ಮನೀಶ್?
Present, sir.
ಮನೋಜ್?
Present, sir.
ಮೋಹಿತ್?
Yes, sir.
ನಾವಲ್?
Present, sir.
ನವ್ಯ?
Present, sir.
ನಿಖಿಲ್?
Present, sir.
ಫಣೀಂದ್ರ?
Present, sir.
ಪವನ್?
Yes, sir.
ಪೂಜಾ?
Present, sir.
ಪೂರ್ಣಿಮಾ?
Present, sir.
ರಮಣ್?
Present, sir.
ರಶ್ಮಿ?
Present, sir.
ರೂಪಾಕ್?
Yes, sir.
ಸಾಯಿ ಕುಮಾರ್?
Present, sir.
ಸಮೀರ್?
Present, sir.
ಸಂತೋಷ್?
Present, sir.
ಶದಾಬ್?
Present, sir.
ಶರಣ್?
Present, sir.
ಶಶಾಂಕ್?
Present, sir.
ಶೀತಲ್?
Present, sir.
ಶಿವಾನಿ?
Present, sir.
ಸೌಮ್ಯಶ್ರೀ?
Present, sir.
ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿ? ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿ?
Present, sir.
ಶ್ರೀ ವಿಷ್ಣು?
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
ಸುಗಂಧಿನಿ?
Present, sir.
ಸುಷ್ಮಾ?
Present, sir.
ಸುಷ್ಮಿತಾ BS?
Present, sir.
ಸುಷ್ಮಿತಾ ಯು?
Present, sir.
ತೀರ್ಥ?
Present, sir.
ತೃಪ್ತಿ?
Present, sir.
ವರ್ಷಾ?
Present, sir.
ವೀಣಾ?
Present, sir.
ಯಾ.
Sir, Charan.
Sir, Ravani present, sir.
ಯಾರಮ್ಮ?
ಲಾವಣ್ಯ.
ಲಾವಣ್ಯ ಹಾಕಿದೀನಿ ಲಾವಣ್ಯ.
Charan also present, sir.
ಯಾಕೆ ಚರಣ್ ಅವನು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್?
Sir, mic issue, sir.
ಅದೇ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಹೇಳ್ರ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಯಾರು? Okay, I'll stop recording now. Any doubts? Definitely you can ask me. Any doubts? Doubts ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ. ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಪಾಠ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ.